Coops, and today we are Fredericksburg, Virginia. I had to think there for a minute. We are just south of DC, just north of Richmond. It's getting late in the day, so I wanted to, we're almost done with this coop behind me, but I wanted to get a video real quick before the sun went all the way down. So a quick disclaimer, we have not put the Predator apron in yet. And there's actually a couple things I want to talk about that when the time comes, so I just didn't want to forget about that. For all you YouTube chicken police out there, there will be a Predator apron to keep animals from digging underneath. Anyways, I'm really excited about showing this coop off. So this coop behind me is our first 8-foot wide American coop. All right, our standard is a 4x6 hen house with a 6x12, and then we go in 6-foot increment lengths with the run from there. Just like what happened with the Carolina coop, you know, back in the day, it started out as a 6x10, it just kept getting bigger. Same thing's happening with the American coop. So again, this coop here has a 8-foot wide hen house, 8-foot wide run, and the hen house is 6 foot deep, and then the overall run is 24 foot long. So we have an 8x24 foot footprint and a 6x8 hen house. Now, I got a lot of videos talking about American Coop, so I'm not going to go into all the same stuff, but one of the things I did want to point out that I forget to mention on some things is, for starters, one of the things the customer did when we showed up, or what she did before we showed up, I like a lot. And a question we get a lot is, what do we got to do with the ground before you show up? And the answer is, you don't have to do anything as long as it's flat and level. Now, she went up and beyond. She, even though everything on all our coops, everything that touches the ground is pressure treated rated lumber. And that's because that's where you're going to have constant contact with moisture. And we don't want it to rot. Well, she went a step further, and she had her contractor dig out a perimeter, a little bit bigger than 8x24, dig down 2 foot, put in what we call 57 stone. I think some people call it wash stone. Either way, they put some stone down, maybe about 6 inches, and then put corrugated pipe or tile around this coop, kind of acts like a French drain, and then filled it back up with stone. And the whole idea is, water is always going to take the path of least resistance. So as that water comes down this landscape, comes off the roof, it's going to go down through that stone, hit that tile or that corrugated pipe, and then go right on downhill and get away from the coop. So definitely not necessary, but it was nice to see. Made it real easy for us to install this coop. So I want to walk around. A couple of our details is we got a Dutch door. I know you guys have seen this before. It's real nice. I often mention with this barrel bolt here to have a carabiner. Well, that's what a carabiner is. You can use a padlock, combination lock, but these are real easy. That's to make sure a raccoon can't climb up here and undo this barrel bolt and let themselves in. So anyways, that's a carabiner. Other than that, this is just a regular Dutch door. And if we come around here, one of the other things that's very different, being that this hen house is 6 foot deep, is we've added the 2 more nest boxes. So standard, it has 3 nest boxes, which is good up to 12 chickens, 3 to 4 hens per nest box, even though more will lay in 1 nest box. But because it's deeper, we can get away with going wider to accommodate how many hens can go inside. Again, we're not done yet. We haven't put the dividers in yet, but we got close enough that I wanted to show you guys a wider American Coop style egg hutch. So this is what I would call a 5 gang, which 5 times 4, 20 chickens. And again, you can get away with a little bit more. Everything else is the same here, just bigger windows, tons of ventilation, polycarbonate, galvalume roofing. If you want to come around here, another question we do get a lot that I forget to mention, you know, being that this is 8 foot wide, it is going to be taller. So we are, let me get an exact measurement. It is 8 foot, 96 inches to the peak, so it's about 6 inches taller than the 6 foot wide American. Everything else is the same. You got screen doors, the lift off screen doors here. Another thing that I think is really cool, we've never done this before in our normal coops, we've done them with custom. The client asked if, instead of using our regular roost bars, if we get, they had a lot of cedar, they've been clearing their woods. This was standing dead cedar that they harvested, and we incorporated them into 3 roost bars that are 8 foot long. And it looks really cool, a little different, never done that before. Again, in an American, but there's no reason why you can't do it. The chickens will absolutely love this. Other than that, again, it's just bigger. Another number, you know, let's take a look here. From the floor of the hen house, going up to the peak, 68 inches, 69 inches. So that is, God, it's almost 6 foot. 6 foot. And the reason why I want to point that out is, you'll hear me say it all the time, when it comes to whatever chicken coop you're looking at, whether you're building your own, you're looking at American, Carolina custom, bigger is better. We have so much space in here for room for error, if you will. There's tons of ventilation. If your hen house is really, really small, you have less room for air, especially in the summertime if it starts to heat up. Oh, and the other thing that she did, here's our deep litter door. This is an add-on. It's not standard, but you can add it. Everyone loves this food-safe, high-density polyethylene. We use it all the time in the Carolina. Half the Americans people do upgrade to this. Not necessary, but if it's in your budget, it is super nice to have for the deep litter system. And I think we're going to be putting some hemp in here in a little bit for her. Make this coop turnkey. So we'll close this up. You can get a shot of the other egg hutch on the other side. So we have egg hutches on each side. So again, we want to accommodate how many hens she can max this out with. Never recommend maxing it out though. Now because we haven't put the apron on yet, I just dry fitted the base with the rain barrel. We have to remove this to put the apron down. So that's why the hoses are not hooked up yet, but I just kind of got everything in place. But right here's the gutter. I'm going to collect the rainwater, go through a downspout into the rain barrel. Here's the overflow. And I know I have other videos out there talking about this heated water system, so pretty much that's just your basic heated water system. Going to put the Predator apron in, and after the apron's in, we'll put this in and finish hooking it up. When I was talking earlier about the drainage, here's the corrugated pipe. This looks like 4-inch corrugated. And again, you're just making sure water has the path of least resistance. Let it keep on going downhill. That's all you got to do. We got our horizontal nipples, which we like a lot. Water, when it's when it's above freezing, gravity will allow the water to feed the water bar. The chickens will drink out of there. It makes it real convenient for them. Keeps the water clean. Makes it convenient for you. And then what happens is when it gets close to freezing, a pump kicks on, a heater kicks on, it'll circulate that water, heats up the water inside the rain barrel, and it'll continue running so that the water bar never freezes. So that's a real nice system. Also, again, everything else in here is going to be exactly the same. We're just wider, longer, taller. The windows in the front here are a little bit different. We got 2 of them. It's just the way the framing works so that we're able to, even though we did a turnkey here, we ship these all around the country, and we have mastered, really the planet now, how to make them panelized so they're small enough to ship anywhere on a pallet. One of the things I wanted to mention about the Predator apron is I haven't mentioned this in a long time, and this particular client, she asked me about it, and that is a lot of people think, for whatever reason, when you want to keep animals from digging underneath your chicken coop or your run in this case, that you want to put screen down inside the run all the way like a floor, you know, from wall to wall. And that is absolutely one of the worst things you can do. Because chickens, you got to let them work, you got to let them scratch, and all that's going to do is cut up their feet. They're going to absolutely hate it, and that's why, probably one of the #1 reasons why we do the Predator apron, to have it come out. It's just a quick, easy way, very, very effective to keep animals from digging underneath. You absolutely do not want to put a screen all the way inside your run acting as a floor. Huge, huge no-no. Well, there it is. So a lot of people have asked, can I get a bigger American Coop? Here it is, and I know we definitely will probably end up putting this size if it becomes popular, just like the Carolina did as that got bigger. We'll put it in production. That'll help get the price down. And of course we can go bigger, and we got the California Coop coming out, which is basically the American, a little bit smaller. Can't wait for that to come out in a little bit. But any questions, comments, please leave them down below. And another thing I wanted to mention too, if you enjoyed watching this video and there's been no pop-up ads, that's because I'm not selling out to them. So I hope you enjoyed that part. Please subscribe to our channel. Check us out at Facebook, Twitter, House, Pinterest, Facebook, of course, Instagram. And of course, you can always check out our website at carolinacoops.com or give us a call, 919-794-3989. Thanks for watching.